Arsenal have gone ahead to get a huge boost ahead of this encounter of Aston Villa that they're obviously going to take on the side from, is it the Midlands? Does it, is the obviously coming through the needful and really put in a show in here onto the Rokani Media Football. And Arsenal have gone ahead to be blessed with what we call a loss of Liverpool, and they are second. If Liverpool went ahead to win, they would have gone ahead to obviously become third. But they come into this game of football knowing that all they need is to sit it. They'll obviously go ahead and really register a win. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Rokani David is my name and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Arsenal have gone ahead to name their starting 11 30 minutes back, and we're here to obviously try to dissect what Arsenal is going to be looking like and how we expect that game to go. After, I'm going to come up and really do what we call the Liverpool match reaction. After this live stream, it's going to be like 20 minutes. I'm going to come in here for 20 minutes, meaning that before this game starts of Arsenal, I would have gone ahead to record that video of Liverpool dropping points and giving Arsenal a chance to obviously get into some points ahead of them. Now, let's see close to 200 likes, smash on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Go into the live chat and really vote for who do you think should obviously come in through and really take center stage into this game of football. The lineup of Arsenal has David Raya, Benjamin White, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Rice, Odegaard, Trossard, Saka, Jesus, and Kai Havertz. Who watched my match preview? I read the mind of Mikel Arteta. Exactly. This is the starting 11 I went ahead to put out, and Arteta's gonna hit obviously do it because I got to know that he had to reward Jesus with a start, Trossard with a start for the performances. Went ahead obviously exhibit as Arsenal was drawing with Bayern Munich in the midweek by 2-2. Then the subs: Aaron Ramsdale, Thomas Partey, Emily Smith-Rowe, Martinelli, Nketiah, Kivio, Tomiyasu, Jorginho, and Fabio Vieira into the mix. That is the side of Arsenal, and they've got ahead to get a very huge boost of Gabriel Magalhaes. I know very many Arsenal fans were really worried about Gabriel Magalhaes, but Gabriel Magalhaes is going to have to come in and will represent to the fullest for the side of Arsenal. We go to Aston Villa: Martinez, Emiliano, Konsa, Diego Carlos, Pau Torres, Digne, Zaniolo, Tielemans, McGinn, Rogers, Diaby, Watkins. That is the starting 11 of Aston Villa. Then Olsen, Cash, Alex Moreno, Chambers, Lenglet, Duran, Nessler, Bailey onto the bench to see to it that they obviously coming through later to turn around the result that has gone ahead obviously been looking as one of those that is really hard to obviously overturn. So that is it, and you can now sorry about that. You can as well go into the live chat and be now vote for who do you think is going to be the winner into this game of football, because it's written all over the wall that Villa looks to be a much more weaker side. They wouldn't like to come in here to play a very huge role when they're really having a deficit into their midfield. Now, let's obviously go to the formations that these two managers are going to have to bring. I'm so much excited into the formation of Aston Villa because for Arsenal, we know exactly what Arsenal brings you for. Arsenal brings a 4-3-3 to your screens, and this is how they are going to really line up as a side of Arsenal as they prepare to take on the side of Bayern Munich, right? So that is Arsenal for you, and they're having David Raya in goal. If he keeps a clean sheet today, would have gone ahead to obviously register another, is it 11th clean sheet? 12th, 13th, because Arsenal have gone ahead to keep 14 clean sheets. David Raya is going to ahead to keep 11, you know. So David Raya is going to ahead to keep, is it 12? I think 12 out of the 14. That is David Raya for you. Then Benjamin White, one of the most consistent players that we ever find at the side of Arsenal, doing the job and representing Arsenal to the fullest. He's back, and obviously he is really one of those players that is going to have to put their body into the line to see to it that he sees his side really win and really take these points home. Zinchenko, left back. Obviously, they had to reward him with a start because Zinchenko had a very good goal to obviously give Arteta a promising 45 minutes in the second half when they're playing against Bayern Munich, and Zinchenko takes center stage into that position. But he's going to be really facing Moussa Diaby, and that is really going to be a hard game to do. Then William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. For Gabriel Magalhaes, we got a story on Friday that he missed out onto the training session of Arsenal, and guess what? He found himself in a proper position of recovering. He has gone ahead to make it into the starting 11 of Arsenal. And William Saliba is playing alongside him. That is the back four of Arsenal. Very strong. Declan Rice, Odegaard, Kai Havertz into the midfield three. And I got to know about this in my consciousness. Though I thought Trossard was going to be played in the midfield three. I thought Trossard was going to be played here, and Kai Havertz is going to be played here, and James is going to be played here. But looks like the manager is looking at that team that went ahead, obviously score against Bayern Munich, to try it out, to obviously coming through and face the side of Aston Villa and see how that chemistry will be. Dropping Kai Havertz back into the midfield, Odegaard to do the needful, and Declan Rice to do the needful in the midfield. And that means he wants to see how this team is really going to link up, but we know they've already gone ahead to play like this for very many times, and I don't see changes being made. If at all these players really keep fit in the game on Wednesday, he might come up with the same starting 11 on Wednesday, if at all goes well, and none of these players really gets injured. Then, for Kai Havertz, he could score his 10th goal of the Premier League and take his tally to really that level. For Declan Rice, obviously, he's like Benjamin White and William Saliba. There are some of those players have not gone ahead to see miss out a game of Arsenal. They've gone ahead to put in the required boost, and every time they've gone ahead to be called up for, they've always gone ahead to really show up. Odegaard, obviously, he's really on fire, and we anticipated that he might really represent tonight and really take Arsenal to where they deserve to be. In a game that really has a lot of pressure, as they know when they win, they are gonna go 3 points ahead of Liverpool and 1 point ahead of Manchester City. That is it. Saka right forward. You get Saka right forward. Saka is really in elite form, and as you sharpen for the game of Bayern Munich, all you would wish Bukayo Saka is to come out and really show up his qualities in this game of football by playing as a right forward and really getting himself to the score sheet, extending to scoring 3 in a row. He scored against Bournemouth, scored against Brighton, scored against Bayern Munich, and today I see him as one of those players that are gonna be onto the score sheet, because every time he starts to strike, he's really gonna do the needful. Trossard, obviously left forward, with all what he had to do to score a goal, you cannot really let his mentality down. You just have to obviously reward him by getting him starting the team, to obviously lift his spirits, to see to it that by the time you play Bayern Munich, he's ready to maybe obviously come off the bench and do the needful. Gabriel Jesus leading the line for the side of Arsenal. That is really very exciting, because we've always gone ahead to want to see him lead the line and see how the creativity really gives him the goal. So that is the side of Arsenal. But when you look at the side of Aston Villa, they're having Martinez in goal, right? They're having Martinez in goal. Formerly at Arsenal, very good goalkeeper, shortstop, but this is Emirates. Arsenal is gonna do everything they have to do in their reach to really kill off this game. Konsa is gonna be facing off Leandro Trossard in this game, and I tell you what, Trossard is really gonna have a very busy day, and even Konsa is gonna be made busy by Leandro Trossard because he's really on fire. Digne, left back, facing Bukayo Saka. Digne defensively not that good, but you could really attribute his services to what he does in the final third. He has a very perfect cross on him. He's a very good set piece specialist, and he might be the real plan for Aston Villa in this game. Use Moussa Diaby, Oli Watkins, and very much Zaniolos to really find yourself really winning those set pieces in deadly areas. Then you kill them off. Pau Torres and Diego Carlos. Diego Carlos and Pau Torres are really good central defenders, but it's a different occasion altogether. This is a very huge test for Arsenal. Something they need to do last season has gone ahead to obviously surface into their front. What are they gonna do? M. Rogers and Yuri Tielemans, double pivot. Obviously, M. Rogers coming in through to play in the midfield. McGinn doing the needful onto the right wing of Aston Villa. and Zaniolo onto the left wing of Aston Villa, meaning that Zaniolo is going to be facing Benjamin White with his left foot to see whether he obviously annihilates him onto the night. McGinn is going to be facing Zinchenko with the energy. I think they're going to hate to obviously track him and really see to it that they also add Moussa Diaby onto that side to really load it and see to it that they create a lot of expectancy into that deficiency side of Zinchenko when it comes to defending. So Zinchenko might be the highway for Aston Villa if at all their work plan should obviously get to work. That's why he wants to see Diaby, McGinn, and very many other players that are really forward-minded are going to go to the side of Zinchenko on several occasions because they know how they can really make him a culprit and really sit him down easily to see to it that this side of Aston Villa really gets to where it deserves to be. So Arsenal comes into this game of football when they're at 71 points. Liverpool is going to hate to draw. Man City has going to hate to obviously put in a shift, and the shift is really very important to note that they won yesterday by 5-1. And for Liverpool, they've going to hate to get a deficit. Before Arsenal goes into this game of football, they're having a goal difference of 10, and Liverpool is really trying to really crawl on and see how things are really going to pan out. But into the live chat, I'm really having Ethuhu Arsenal to win. I also went ahead to give Arsenal a win to come in through and really do the needful in this game of football. Oblejo Dennis, I'm watching, bro. Thank you for watching through. Ojok Paul already tell me about the era of Raya and Big Gabi holding the ball passed by Raya. It was a penalty. It was a penalty. The referee blew the whistle. David Raya played the ball outside of the out of the 6 yards box area, and then this guy went ahead to obviously get hold of it. That is Gabriel Magalhaes. And when Magalhaes did that, it's supposed to be a penalty. And after the game, the referee came out and really admitted that he noticed it, but it was really a very childish mistake that he couldn't obviously give a penalty at that level. And now you ask yourself, where was VAR? Where was VAR? That's the big question that everyone really went ahead to obviously ask himself. Where was VAR into the mix? So this is the photo that went ahead to trend a lot onto different social media platforms, as you see it there. And this is David Raya, very worried. Look at him, very worried, because he had already gone ahead to obviously play this ball to Gabriel Magalhaes, and Gabriel Magalhaes hadn't gone ahead to obviously be in the game, meaning that he had gone ahead to drop off, and shows you that he was one of the weak links that went ahead to obviously spoil the day for Arsenal, because he couldn't really read the game even in that minute of the game. And Thomas Tuchel was really furious, as you see him here. He was like telling the referee, why not give us a penalty? And at the time, it was really very critical, because if they gave them a penalty, it would have gone ahead to go 3-1 in favor of Bayern Munich, and Arsenal would have gone ahead to phase out. So it was a penalty. That's why I told you that for everyone who thinks that even Saka was a penalty, do you think about that? So what a compensation that was given to the side of Arsenal. Then Dennis, Liverpool lost already. I'm an Arsenal fan here. Liverpool was going to hate to lose a game of football, and by that, I've going to hate to get shocked. I thought amidst them having a very poor run, they would have gone ahead to obviously come out and really stun the side of Crystal Palace, but the players couldn't. The players of Liverpool couldn't, and the manager did all what he had to see to it that he obviously wins, and he failed, and is going ahead to be beaten by Crystal Palace, a side that has gone ahead to really try to annihilate them. Even last season, it ended 2-2, I think. They drew with Man City this season. They went ahead to beat Liverpool. Was it? They beat Liverpool, right? And in that game, Darwin Núñez got a red card. Right? I think, did they beat them or they drew 1-1? One of the two. Now, they've gone ahead to lose again today. You know, that gives Arsenal a very huge allowance. And after this video, I'm recording the match reaction to that. Then, Nelson Okwil. Definitely Arsenal is going to win tonight. All right, we'll wait and see how Arsenal kills off this game. Nelson Okwil, and I love to see Jesus starting in order to cause trouble to the defense of Aston Villa. Jesus is into the starting 11 for the club of Arsenal. And I told you in the match preview, the manager had to reward the player for what he had gone ahead to do during that time round when they're playing against Bayern Munich. And I think he's going to really use this reward to his best benefit as the player of Arsenal. That is Gabriel Jesus. City says Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 1. Isn't that the prediction I went in for in the match preview? Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 1. But I tell you, Arsenal has mastered the art of keeping clean sheets, but can they obviously stop Oli Watkins from obviously scoring? Because Gabriel Magalhaes and Williams Saliba have gone ahead to keep very many clean sheets in between themselves away from home. Right? Away from home, they've gone ahead to keep out very many clean sheets. But when it comes to them playing here at what we call the Emirates Stadium, they've gone ahead to be vulnerable. They've really gone ahead to keep clean sheets. They've kept one against Sheffield, Crystal Palace, Man City, Luton Town. They have like 4 clean sheets. Out of the 14 clean sheets or 13 clean sheets that Arsenal really have this season, close to 10 of those have gone ahead to be kept away from home. And most of those have gone ahead to be not kept as clean sheets at Emirates, meaning that with the striking force of Oli Watkins, a man who wants to hit 20 goals this season in the Premier League, trust me, he's going to come up and really put in a very good shift. And it will depend on to how that central defense or that entire back five reacts into that beautiful game of football that's going to be played at the Emirates Stadium. Then Ivan UK, let us like the video, alright? Smash the like button like never before. Namatovo Elisha, good evening Aradi, thanks for the updates. Thank you for obviously watching it through. Suleiman, Aradi, Liverpool lost to Crystal Palace by 1-0, so Arsenal need to press and win. I think Arsenal are gonna win, because if they cannot win this game of football, then they are not fit to come out and really say they never really at any one point really hard or what it takes to win a trophy. Because if you keep winning your games, all you have to do is to really put pressure on Man City and see how Man City comes into play to obviously kill off the remaining games. Man City is left with 6 games to play, and in those 6 games they will need to pray that Arsenal loses and for them they just win. Because even if Arsenal draws 1 game and wins 5, especially that game of Man United away, or Tottenham Hotspur, they can really win the trophy because of their goal difference. Though Man City went ahead to score 5 yesterday, that puts them in a better position also to close down Arsenal a little bit. And it will depend on how many Arsenal really put past Aston Villa tonight, because Arsenal might go really gung-ho, and when they go gung-ho, you know what happens? They might really put 5 past this side. Chagaba Dennis, 2-1 win for Arsenal. Ismat Christopher Aradi, Arsenal will win by 5-0. Oh. Very ambitious and very optimistic. So we wait and see how this goes. Namatovo says Aradi, Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 0. Alright. And Musingo Jafali 3-1 in favor of Arsenal. I'm watching in from Mbale. Alright. Thank you very much for watching from Mbale. Emirates is buzzing. Emirates is buzzing because they've gotten to know that Liverpool is going to hate to really drop points. And when Liverpool hate to drop points, that gives Arsenal a very good goal to obviously coming through and really get going and really kill off this game of football and see to it they obviously get themselves to where they deserve to be. So that is it for now. I'm going to end the poll and see how you guys are going to hate to vote onto this beautiful YouTube channel. But Liverpool have gone ahead to obviously drop points. They've gone ahead to shock the world, and it's a shocker that I never really expected. How many of you came expecting that Liverpool is going to drop points against Crystal Palace? And this is what makes the Premier League one of the most competitive sides into the world, because shockers keep coming in through that you least expect. Players of Arsenal are in the tunnel and they are set to leave out very, very soon. Now, prediction, Arsenal, 97% of you have gone ahead to say Arsenal are winning this game. And they need to raise their hearts from the draw of Bayern Munich and really get to know that a lot is really going to come up and really give them the best that they deserve as a side of Arsenal. So, Aston Villa, 2% think they'll win, and 1% think it's really going to be a draw. Otim Julius, Arsenal 6, Villa 0. Where do you get the brevity or the bravery to say that it's going to end 6-0 in favor of Arsenal, right? So I don't see it ending 6-0 in favor of Arsenal, but I know they are going to win by 3-1 plus. So may the living to God bless you abundantly. The players are going to obviously start walking onto the pitch, and when they walk on the field of play, that marks the end of this video, and we obviously get to what we call the game. After watching the game, will come out here and really give you the best results, and the match reaction is gonna be hugely waited for by you, my mates. Not so? So for everyone watching in this channel, and everyone has been part of the live chat, and everyone that's going to take part into the voting, we out. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ.